This bride-to-be is all set to marry the love of her life in Mexico next month.
We've already made deposits to all of our vendors. Everything is pretty much planned.
But New Yorker Gabriela Jacoba Blonder is having wedding day jitters because of the coronavirus.
Now we're at that point where we're saying, what terrible timing.
A seemingly perfect wedding turned into a nightmare in the blink of an eye.
They were on the doorstep of the biggest day of their life. High school sweethearts, ready to become husband and wife. Coronavirus then became an uninvited guest. And this Baltimore County couple has to kind of shift their wedding plans.
What should have been a day of love and celebration took a shocking turn when the groom's unexpected outburst at the cake.
The couple says they did their research and saw that the wedding planner had stellar reviews when they hired her over a year ago. Now that's all changed, and they never expected to deal with all this drama just days before their destination wedding.
Cutting ceremony left the bride and guests stunned. The cake, a symbol of their new beginning, was thrown to the ground, leaving the bride humiliated and the guests in disbelief. How could something so beautiful turn so horribly wrong? What was the reason behind this outburst, and how did the groom react afterward? You won't believe what happened next, as this viral moment sparks a wider conversation about relationships, stress, and hidden emotions. Don't miss this unbelievable story that's rocking the internet. Stay tuned for the full reveal. This is one you won't want to miss! Wedding bliss. The wedding day began as the perfect celebration, set against a beautiful backdrop with smiles, laughter, and excitement. The guests were in high spirits, eager to witness the union of two people in love. The bride, glowing in her elegant gown, stood beside the groom, who looked dashing in his tailored suit. The air was filled with joy as the couple prepared for the much-anticipated cake cutting ceremony. The cake itself was a masterpiece, towering, meticulously decorated, and a symbol of the couple's new life together. The couple's family and friends gathered around, eagerly waiting for the moment when the bride would feed the groom a slice of cake, a sweet tradition meant to signify their shared future. Laughter and cheers filled the room as everyone eagerly anticipated this milestone in the celebration. For a brief moment, it seemed like a scene straight out of a fairy tale, the perfect wedding, full of love and happiness. But little did anyone know, what was about to unfold would turn the perfect day into an unforgettable nightmare. Groom's outburst. As the bride gently raised the cake to feed the groom, the atmosphere shifted abruptly. What began as a tender moment quickly spiraled into something shocking. The groom, who had appeared calm and composed moments before, suddenly showed visible signs of agitation. His face twisted with frustration, and his body language became tense. Without warning, he slapped the cake out of the bride's hand, sending it crashing to the ground. The room fell silent in an instant. The guests, who had been eagerly watching the couple, were now in stunned disbelief. Some couldn't believe their eyes, unsure of what they had just witnessed. The bride stood frozen, her hands still extended as if trying to comprehend what had just happened. The cake, a symbol of their unity, now lay scattered on the floor, a stark contrast to the joy that had filled the room only moments before. The groom's outburst left everyone in shock, unsure of how to react. The celebration, once filled with laughter, was now overshadowed by confusion and tension. Shock and disbelief, the room was filled with stunned silence as the groom's outburst left everyone speechless. Guests exchanged confused glances, unsure of what to do next. The bride stood motionless, her face a mixture of shock and humiliation. Tears welled up in her eyes, but she remained still, unable to process the sudden change in her wedding day's atmosphere. Whispers began to ripple through the crowd, with some guests rushing to the bride's side to comfort her. Others tried to approach the groom, hoping to calm him down, but his aggressive behavior continued. It was clear to everyone that this was not just a simple mishap. It was a breakdown, one that no one had seen coming. The once joyous occasion had turned into a chaotic scene. Guests, still reeling from the incident, could hardly believe their eyes. The cake, which was supposed to symbolize sweetness and new beginnings, now lay in ruins on the floor. It was a heartbreaking sight that marred what was meant to be a perfect day. Public apology. In the days that followed, the groom took to social media to address the shocking incident. His apology was posted online, where he expressed deep regret for his actions during the wedding. In his message, he admitted that he had lost control and apologized to his bride, their families, and all the guests who had witnessed the heartbreaking scene. He stated that he was deeply sorry for the pain he had caused and expressed remorse for how his outburst had overshadowed their special day. He attributed his actions to overwhelming stress and anxiety, claiming that the pressure of the wedding day had gotten the best of him. He explained that he had been struggling with personal issues that had built up, ultimately leading to the outburst. Despite his apology, many were skeptical of his explanation, questioning whether it was an excuse for such a public and humiliating act. Some felt that his response lacked sincerity, given the severity of the incident. The apology did little to ease the tension surrounding the event, leaving many to wonder whether the groom truly understood the gravity of what had transpired. Bride's response: the bride, who had chosen to remain largely silent after the incident, eventually shared a brief statement on her social media. She thanked her friends, family, and supporters for their unwavering love and support during such a difficult time. While she acknowledged the incident, she chose not to delve into the details of what had transpired, instead focusing on her gratitude for the strength of those around her. Her words were calm and composed, but it was clear that the emotional toll of the situation was heavy on her. In her post, she made no mention of her relationship status or future plans with the groom. Instead, she simply expressed her desire for privacy and healing as she navigated the aftermath of the shocking wedding day incident. Her silence left many wondering about her next steps. Would she choose to stay in the relationship, or was this a breaking point? While the bride's response was dignified, the unanswered questions lingered, leaving the public to speculate on the future of the couple. Expert insights: the shocking wedding cake incident sparked a flurry of discussions among relationship experts and psychologists. Many weighed in on the potential causes behind such an extreme outburst, suggesting that the stress of planning a wedding could sometimes trigger unexpected reactions. According to experts, the pressure to have a perfect day, coupled with personal struggles or unresolved issues, can cause emotional overload, leading to irrational behavior. Relationship therapists emphasize the importance of open communication and emotional support in the lead up to major events like weddings. They advise couples to address underlying issues before such milestones to avoid the kind of outburst witnessed at this wedding. Experts also pointed out that the groom's behavior might indicate deeper emotional struggles, such as anxiety or anger management problems, which had not been properly addressed. While the viral video highlighted the shocking nature of the incident, it also raised awareness about the mental and emotional pressures that can accompany major life events. For many, the incident served as a reminder of the need for compassion, understanding, and honest conversations in relationships to prevent similar breakdowns in the future. This shocking wedding incident has left everyone talking. But what does it really say about the pressures we face in relationships and during life's biggest moments? The groom's apology came too late, and the bride's quiet response has only added to the mystery. Were his actions truly the result of stress, or is there something deeper at play? Relationships aren't always as perfect as they seem, and sometimes, even the happiest days can take a dark turn. It's important to remember that behind every event, there are emotions and struggles that we often don't see. What do you think about the groom's behavior? Was it excusable, or was this a sign of something more serious? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to stay updated on the latest shocking, real-life stories, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Don't miss our next video. The house where two lovers vanished forever, coming soon. You won't believe the twists in that story. Stay tuned.